I can't sleep. I think today's like day 110 or something. It's very difficult for me to keep any kind of schedule, especially sleeping. Sometimes I sleep for 17 hours, sometimes I don't sleep at all. There is some middle ground there as well, I guess. But also, I saw on my last video that somebody left a comment. They had congratulated me, which from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely appreciate. Any comments, if you're in recovery and you have any tips, like this person recommended keto, and I never thought of that. It's a great idea. I might give that a try. Like I said, keeping any kind of schedule is really difficult. Even eating. You know, the times that I've gotten sober before, gotten clean anyway, just for a couple days at a time, a couple weeks at a time, I would sleep a lot and I would eat a lot. And that was true this time as well. But that only lasted for the first couple weeks, and now my schedule is just all over the place. But yeah, I really appreciate any comments, any tips, any words of encouragement. If you're in recovery and you have some kind of, tell me what's worked for you. I can't remember why I got sober. I realized that the other day. I found myself thinking, if I would just stuck it out, if I would have just because I got sick. When you use IV drugs, you have to use water, and so I would have these cups of water, these bottles of water sitting around my apartment. This isn't my apartment, by the way. I had to move out of there, obviously. So these bottles of water, I would buy bottles because they're, clean water, whatever, cleaner than out of the tap. And the last time I used out of a bottle that had been sitting there for months. And right when I did the shot, I got very sick, very, very sick, in and out of consciousness, sweating, shaking, very, very, very sick. As I mentioned in my last video, I had hepatitis A, which again, that's the one that goes away, so luckily I don't have that anymore. But I had gotten it from somebody that I used to hang out with probably a month prior to that, because she had it as well. And I didn't know that I had it. And so when I used that dirty water and I got very sick, I had the most severe headache of my entire life. And so I was just cramming Tylenol down my throat, which obviously is not good for your liver. So that, I turned yellow from head to toe, and because my liver enzymes were way up, liver function was way down. And that was the last time I used, and I had to go to the hospital. So I remember why I stopped using. I remember physically why I stopped, but I can't remember what my reasons were. Like, it wasn't out of any man, I can't do this to myself anymore, or I'm throwing my life away. It was just out of, okay, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't comfortable for me anymore. And it seems like it's still a part of the addict mindset. Like, it seems like our lives are full of these things. On the graph of your life, I like to rock climb. So rock climbing make me happy for a while, then I get bored. Or playing video games makes you happy for a while, then you get bored. Hanging out with friends makes you happy, plateaus, whatever. My goal is to take the top of all those lines and have that be my life. And so as soon as being sober stopped being fun for me 10 years ago, whatever, I started using. And then as soon as using stopped being fun, I got sober. And it's the same thing now, where I just, as soon as it stopped being fun, as soon as I got uncomfortable, I just said, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Because why would I? It's not better than being sober. So my dilemma is, now being sober isn't fun. And the only reasons I can think of to stay sober are for my family. I have 6 siblings, and my parents, and they're the most important thing in my life. My greatest joy in life is being a brother, and I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to, you know, I know it would devastate them if anything happened to me, and not only if I died, but if I just threw my life away and if I became a stranger to them. So I was here, you gotta do it for yourself. You gotta, you accept, the first time you put the needle in your arm, you accept that death is where it will end. And so that doesn't, I'm not trying to sound, like a badass or whatever, but it doesn't scare me because I accepted that that was the eventuality of what I was doing. I knew that the first time I put the needle in my arm, that road ended in death. And so I accepted it. I accepted it a long time ago. What I didn't accept was this unfiltered pain of just existing. And I was watching Theo Vaughn talk to Jordan Peterson the other day, and Theo was saying, when he got 90 days sober, it was like he did something unprecedented. It's like he went to the moon. And he said, I started feeling good. I started feeling like, good about myself. And I keep seeing this stuff about like hearing the worst day sober is better than the best day high. And man, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one struggling with this, but that's all bullshit to me. Like, maybe it does get better, and maybe I'm just being cynical, but dude, this sucks. This is hard. I mean, no shit, it's hard. Everybody, I think the statistic is, don't quote me on this, but I think I read somewhere the statistic is something like 95% of people who start using meth like don't recover, like use it for their whole lives, and only 5% of people do. And the reason for that is because you get to pick how you feel, man. Like, you don't have to be sad. I knew every day when I got home from work, tonight's gonna be awesome, just like last night and just like tomorrow night. Not because I'm going out with my friends, not because I'm going rock climbing, not because I'm going to see my family, but because I got this little crystal. And it's cheap, and it's easy, and it's a shortcut. And I can't remember why I got sober, if I ever had any reasons, other than this isn't fun anymore. And I don't know how many times I can win the battle of I don't want to hurt my family, because I don't. Of course I don't. But like I said before, I've already accepted the eventuality of my use will be death. They haven't, of course, because why would they? But so that's not what scares me. Death isn't what scares me. It's not again, all these people have these reasons, these good reasons. Great, whatever works, man. Whatever gets you sober, whatever makes you happy. And it's strange when you start using, you're supposed to lose your job, you're supposed to be alienated from your family, you're supposed to lose your apartment. But when I got sober, all that stuff happened to me. I'm much closer with my family now, which is great, which is good, and I'm not shortchanging that, because that is a huge thing that I had lost that I am very grateful to have again. But I had to move out of my apartment, I had to quit my job, not because I kept using, but because I got sober, because I had to go to inpatient, and didn't have to, I chose to. So it's just strange. It feels like I've lost a lot and I haven't gained anything yet. And maybe that's just it. Maybe it's yet. One day at a time, right? But I can't remember why I'm doing this. I can't remember why I'm suffering right now. I don't know. I don't know if anybody will see this, but if you do, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here with me. Yeah. Good night.